I'm going to be ranking every free all-time Dark Matter Spotlight card in NBA 2K23 My Team. We got a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and as you guys can see, we got all 30 of the free Dark Matters, and then we also do have the 3 endgames that you get as you guys get as the grand prize. You do get to pick one of these 3 free endgames, whether it's Bill Russell, Kevin Durant, or Paolo Banchero. You don't get all 3, but you do get an endgame option pack and get to choose one of these 3. So now they are considered, free cards in this all-time spotlight set. And I just want to get you guys a final video going over all of these cards and just ranking them in order from S tier all the way down to D. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have got the grand prize, the endgame option pack. Let me know who you guys chose between the 3 different endgames, and also let me know your guys' favorite card from this all-time spotlight set. But yeah, looking at the first free Dark Matter here is going to be David Thompson. I think he's probably in that B tier category, maybe like C or B. He's still a decent point guard, like he's 6'4" at the 1, 6'7" wingspan. Like for this type of set, he's not a bad card. He's got the Devin Booker base, John Wall upper, on very quick timing, is a decent release. He's also got the normal fade. He's got pretty good dribble sigs with the DeMar size up, the Curry escape aim behind the back, and does have the quick drops off 1 and some okay defensive tendencies. So not a bad point guard, like I said, in David Thompson. I think for a set like this, most likely going to be in C or B tier. Rick Barry, I think, is probably one of the worst all-time Dark Matters in the game. So I'm gonna go D tier. Honestly, I think there's going to be tons better free all-time Dark Matters in the game from this set. He's a 6'7" small forward, 6'11" wingspan. His stats just really aren't the best. His jump shot, I think, is honestly terrible. His dribble sigs are decent. Like, he does have some pretty good sigs and some good dunk packages, but I don't know. I think he's probably like a top 3 to 5 worst all-time Dark Matter in the game, but I do think he's going to be in B tier. Now, on the flip side of that, to talk about the endgame Bill Russell, obviously going to be in the S tier category. I mean, Bill Russell is such a good power forward card, 6'10" at the 4, 7'4" wingspan. The one thing I will say about Bill Russell are actually the 2 things, because we know he's an endgame card. So 64 Hall of Fame badges, every single Hoff badge, maxed out stats, maxed out tendencies, and then he obviously does have these crazy good jump shot, all the dribble sigs, all the dunk packages. But what I will say about this endgame jump shot, the KPJ base, Sadiq Bey upper, on very quick timing, I actually like the release a lot more on lefties. So the card like D-Rob and Bill Russell, I found more success, with the jump shot and the release being a little bit more consistent and easier to green, in my opinion, with a card like Bill Russell with that same endgame jump shot, because every endgame in the game does have this KPJ base, Sadiq Bey upper on very quick timing. And then the second thing is Bill Russell just plays defense, man. Like, this card, I know he's only 6'10" at power forward, but he plays such good defense. He gets tons of steals, he blocks shots like crazy, and I feel like he doesn't get mashed as much as you would expect, as long as you're timing the jumps right and you're playing good wall up defense. I don't know, I think Bill Russell is still a top tier power forward, and for sure on this type of tier list is going to be in the S tier category. I think Bob Nedelecki most likely also going to be an S tier. He's still a really good small forward. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, solid defender, 97 block, 95 interior defense. It does have a pretty quick jump shot. He's got a good release for a small forward. He's got solid dribble sigs with this defensive size up, the John Wall escape aim behind the back. He's got good dunk packages, solid defensive tendencies, and all around, I think Bob Nedelecki, one of the best, free all-time Dark Matters in the game. Bobby Jones, I think, is probably B or A tier. I still think Bobby Jones is really good at small forward because of his defense. I'll go B tier though. I think he's really good. I think you could maybe drop David Thompson down to C tier, but Bobby Jones going to be a 6'9" small forward. He's an elite level defender, and that's what he brings to the table, is his defense, his speed, his athleticism, his dribble sigs, his dunk packages. It's just his jump shot really isn't the best, in my opinion, with the Dwight Howard base and the Fultz upper. So I do think he's probably going to be in that B tier category. Now Brad, I think, is probably an A tier. He's a really good power forward. You guys know I can't pronounce his last name, but 7 foot at the power forward position, 7'4" wingspan, and he's really good in the pick and pop, on the offensive end. He's got the Sabian Lee base, Donovan Mitchell upper, on very quick timing, is actually a really good jump shot. Like, this Sabian Lee base is a lot better than I was expecting, with the D Mitch upper on very quick, and then he's got good dribble sigs. I mean, for a power forward card, he's got great dunk packages, really good defensive tendencies, almost maxed out, and he's also a great defender in game with almost every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. So all around, I think you got to put him in the A tier category. Now, talking about Doug Christie, for sure has to be an S tier. He might be the best non-endgame card, you know, from this set. Like, if we don't include the 3 endgames you get, I think Doug Christie probably is the best all-time dark matter in my team. He's 6'6" at point guard, 6'9" wingspan. His defense is actually top tier, but the main thing about this card is actually his offense, and mainly due to his jump shot. This release, I honestly like more than the endgame jump shots, right? All the endgames have the Keep It J base, Sadiq Bey upper on very quick timing. I think this jump shot is just as quick, but it's a lot easier to time, especially on most cards. So I do like Doug Christie with the LaMelo Ball base, Oscar upper on very quick timing. It's just such a smooth jump shot. He's got great dribble sigs, his defense is size up, the Curry escape, right? He's got the front clutches, great dunk packages, really good defensive tendencies. Like, this card is souped out at point guard, and I think is easily in the S tier category. Now, Derek Coleman, I think you probably go A tier. Still a 6'10" small forward, you know, good size, decent jump shot. He plays good defense. I think he's probably going to be an A tier. Paolo Banchero, easy S. I mean, another endgame card, obviously has to be in the S tier category. 6'10" at the 3, 7-foot wingspan. And yeah, has all the same sigs, animations as every other endgame, and then perfect stats, badges, tendencies, all that type of stuff. So Paolo Banchero for sure going to be in the S tier category. Now, talking about Danny Manning, I think you got to put him in A tier alongside Derek Coleman. They're very similar small forwards, both being 6'10", you know, 7-foot wingspan, and this card's just super well rounded. Doesn't necessarily have any flaws. He can do everything you need from your small forward, play good defense, you know, handle the ball, shoot threes, rebound, got the size, everything you need from your small forward. Deron Williams, I'm gonna probably go C. Not a bad 6'3" point guard. I just don't think he's amazing. Definitely not on the level of a Bobby Jones or a David Thompson. Fred VanVleet, easily going to be in the D tier category. Also, did you guys see in free agency what Fred VanVleet signed for? He signed a 3-year, $130 million deal. I think that's what it was. And it came out to be a total of $43 million a year for Fred VanVleet. I mean, man, the Rockets got some money over there, because that is an overpay if I've ever seen one. And I'm a big Raptors fan. I love Fred VanVleet on the Raptors, but man, $43 million a year for Fred, I just don't know about that. But yeah, he's going to be in D tier, only a 6-foot point guard, 6'2" wingspan. He just doesn't have that great of a jump shot, but mainly he's just an undersized point guard. James Worthy, another easy S tier card, so good at small forward. I still love this card's jump shot, and the main thing about this card is probably just his overall play. He doesn't have any flaws. He does everything super well. He's a great defender. I really like his jump shot with the John Wall base, Al Horford upper on very quick timing. I feel like it's just such a smooth jump shot, really easy to time in the catch and shoot, has good defensive tendencies, and also great dribble sigs with the Curry size up and the Kobe escape. So all around, James Worthy, I think, has to be in the S tier category. Jerry Sloan, I think, is decent. Like, he doesn't have the best sigs, and he's missing a couple key stuff, but I think he's probably B tier. I'm gonna go B tier for Jerry Sloan, at least for now. We'll have to see where I end up putting him, though. JoJo White is either D or C tier. Is he like a top 5 worst? I think he probably is. Honestly, I think JoJo White is one of the worst dark matters from this all-time set, and I'm gonna put him in that D tier category. Jack Sigma, I'm gonna go S tier. Still such a good offensive power forward. I know there's tons of cards in S, so I don't know how many cards I want to have in S, maybe 7 or 8 at most. But yeah, Jack's a really good offensive power forward, 6'11" at the 4, 7'2" wingspan. His jump shot is one of the fastest in the game for a power forward. He's just really good offensively and is still a solid defender, so I do think he's going to be an S tier. Drew Holiday, I'm going to go in C. He's a great defender, only 6'5", and doesn't have that great of a jump shot. It's a little bit too quick of a release and just hard to time, gets a lot of bad load-up animations, so I do think he's going to be in C tier. Bill Laimbeer, I'm gonna throw in D. I know he's got the size, and that's the only good thing about this card, is the fact that he's 6'11" at power forward with a 7'3" wingspan, and his defense is gonna be good, but everything else is terrible about this card, especially the jump shot. I think this might be the worst release in the game, and I don't think it's particularly close. I mean, the jump shot's just so terrible, but I do think he's going to be in D tier. Now, for Kevin Love and Marius Lucas, I think they're probably both going to be in A. You take a look at Kevin Love, he's a really good power forward. I just think he's a step below Jack, and we got to have some cards in A tier can't put everybody in S. We already have, 6 cards in the S tier category, so I do think he's like one step below S tier. Still a really good offensive power forward though, 6'10" at the 4, and like I said, a really good jump shot. Great dribble 6 for K-Love. He can play good defense as well, and always does grab rebounds a ton in my team. So Kevin Love, easy A tier. And then same thing for Marius Lucas. He was the final dark matter from the all-time set. 6'9" at small forward, 7'1" wingspan, really good defender. Got a decent jump shot, pretty good dribble 6, great dunk packages, and also perfect defensive tendency. So this card is great for being a free all-time dark matter. I just don't think you can put him in the S tier category. Don Ole, I'm gonna go B tier. Really well-rounded point guard. He plays good defense for his size, but he's really good offensively with a great jump shot and amazing at slashing to the paint. Tony Parker and Paul Westphal, I think, are both going to be in C tier. Not as bad as like a Fred VanVleet or JoJo White, but I also think they're a tiny bit worse than like a Don Ole, a David Thompson, those type of cards. Just solid undersized point guards in C tier. Rudy, I'm gonna go A really good 6'8" shooting guard with a good jump shot. I think he's one of the best free all-time dark matters in the game, probably going to be in the high A tier. Now John Starks, I'm gonna go probably B tier for John Starks. I think he's actually very underrated at point guard. I know he's only 6'3" with the 6'6" wingspan, but that jump shot's going to be really good. He's got great dribble 6, really good dunk packages, good defensive tendencies. I think he's probably going to be somewhere on that Don Ole and David Thompson level. Steven Jackson, also going to be an A tier, a very similar shooting guard to Rudy, both going to be 6'8". Terry Cummings, just a solid small forward, going to be in B tier. Doesn't really do anything exceptionally well, just plays good defense and is an all-around solid small forward. Jason Terry, I'm gonna go B tier, just because he's got like some of the best animations in the game, and he's such a good 3 hunter. He's only 6'2" at point guard though, but this card's got the KPJ base, Rudy Gay upper, on very quick timing. He's got amazing dribble 6, he moves super quick in game, and if you're looking for a short, 3 hunting point guard, probably one of the best in my team. Tim Hardaway gonna be in D tier. Just only a 6-foot point guard, kind of like Fred VanVleet. Vucevic, I'm gonna go in A tier just because of his size. Same thing with Kevin Willis. I mean, they're both 7-foot power forwards, and Kevin Willis is actually amazing. Like, I think Kevin Willis might be like in high A tier as well, alongside the dark matter Rudy. And then we got endgame Kevin Durant, who I think is going to round out our S tier category. Obviously going to be an S tier, 6'10" at shooting guard. He's an endgame, probably still is the best endgame in my team. And then the final card is going to be Zebo, who I will throw in C tier. And yeah, guys, that's going to be every single free all-time dark matter in the game, including the 3 endgames that you do get from the grand prize in the endgame option pack. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about my tier list. And like I said, let me know your guys' favorite card from this all-time spotlight set, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.